Even though the Toyota Camry isn't the top-selling vehicle for Toyota in the US anymore, it's still a popular choice with nearly 300,000 units sold last year. A lot of us like the fact that sedans are usually cheaper, more fuel-efficient, and fun to drive. Toyota has been careful in updating the Camry, which meant cautious evolution led the way for its 9th-generation redesign. The K5, on the other hand, was already one of Kia's better-looking cars, offering a really solid driving experience for the price. But now it's getting even better for the 2025 model year with updated exterior styling, a major interior overhaul, and a new naturally aspirated engine replacing the old 1.6-liter turbo. In this video, we'll check out their designs inside and out, talk about the pricing, and see how they drive. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. The 2025 Camry has a sleeker, more athletic look than the outgoing model. The hammerhead front face gives it an aggressive look that's become a signature for Toyota, which is complemented by new LED headlights that come standard on all trim levels. And just like before, SE and XSE trim levels are billed as the sportier versions, featuring black grille accents and a more responsive chassis versus the LE and XLE's chrome trim and softer setup. Along the sides, not much has changed. A strong shoulder line connects the front and rear quarter panels while cutting through both doors. This sharp styling element adds some edge to the smooth sloping profile, making the car look sportier. Plus, the wheels, which come in sizes from 16 to 19 inches, really add to its overall appeal. At the back, the Camry sticks with a safer design. The boomerang-shaped LED taillights are slimmer now, and the black plastic diffuser blends in nicely, especially on a vehicle wearing darker paint. The bumper has a subtle update with an S-shaped line connecting the lower part of the wheel arch to the trunk lid. The 2025 Kia K5, on the other hand, looks and feels much more polished and modern than the Camry. And while they may seem identical in size, the K5 is actually almost an inch wider. Up front, the new LED DRLs are now positioned above the headlights instead of below, highlighting the front fender. The front face has also been updated, with lower trims getting darkened lower air intake, while the GT trim gets flashy satin metal-looking fins that angle upward, giving the honeycomb lower grille a more defined look. The side profile is very soft, with no prominent angular shapes, except for a chrome accent that runs from the top of the front window to the back, wrapping around to the other side. Around the back, the taillights are larger and more angular than before, slashing downward into the bumper, which also saw a slight update in the form of larger exhaust tips and a more prominent diffuser. Overall, both sedans look great, but if I had to pick, I'd go with the Kia K5. It just looks better. Jumping inside, the 2025 Camry's interior has undergone a significant overhaul, despite its dimensions remaining largely unchanged. Aesthetically, Toyota has introduced interesting fabric combinations across each trim level. Instead of plastic imitating wood or metal, the XSE features black or bright red pleather. The XLE boasts plush quilted microfiber, and the LE offers a lovely gray cloth. It's a great move, ensuring all trim levels enjoy interesting and appealing design touches. Toyota has also resisted the urge to remove buttons and knobs for climate and other crucial controls in favor of cost-cutting. One quirky thing about the design, from the driver's perspective, it might appear that the screens are angled towards the passenger seat. But it's just a visual trick. They're actually centered perfectly for the driver's convenience. As for infotainment, standard is an 8-inch unit, but the SE offers a larger 12.3-inch option, while the XLE and XSE models come standard with the larger display. Regardless of size, both screens run Toyota's latest software interface, which is a significant improvement over the previous system in both usability and responsiveness. Additionally, all models feature a digital gauge display, but the fully digital 12.3-inch version is exclusive to the XLE and XSE trims. As for the Kia, the K5 gets a comprehensive interior update for 2025, which puts it up there with the more expensive German counterparts. In place of analog dials, there is a new available single-pane glass housing dual 12-inch displays. Below the new instrument panel are revised HVAC and audio controls. Flanked by two easily accessible knobs, the slim screen allows you to toggle between these functions with a simple touch. A redesigned center console adds larger cup holders and includes a wireless charging pad. The rest of the interior is respectably finished with only a few hard plastics down low. As for infotainment, as standard you get the new 12.3-inch touchscreen display paired with a small 4.2-inch gauge cluster. If you want the new dual 12.3-inch displays, you have to go for the GT or EX trim levels. This new system is faster and smoother with over-the-air updates. Overall, both interiors are very attractive and well built, so it will really come down to your personal preference on which one you find better looking. As for comfort and passenger space, the Camry offers the space expected in a large sedan, with interior dimensions similar to the outgoing model. Get into its cabin, and the front seats have been revised to provide ample support and long-haul comfort. The rear seat offers plenty of leg, hip, and shoulder room, but the sloping rear roofline means that particularly tall people might not fit. Cargo space is average in its class, with 15 cubic feet available. The Kia, on the other hand, features front seats that are well-shaped for long-distance driving, with 10-way power adjustments for the driver and 6-way power for the passenger. The rear bench is similarly supportive, and there's a slight lack of rear knee room in the K5 at 35 inches compared to the Camry's 38 inches. Cargo space is slightly better than the Toyota with 16 cubic feet available. When it comes to pricing, the Camry's starting price is a bit higher than before because of the new hybrid-only lineup, but the base LE is cheaper than the previous generation hybrid. The LE starts at $28,400 and comes standard with Toyota Safety Sense 3 and 16-inch alloy wheels. Next is the SE at $30,700, XLE is $33,400, and the XSE is $34,600. The Kia K5 remains an affordable option for those looking for a sporty sedan. The base LXS starts at $26,990, which gets you a 12.3-inch touchscreen display, dual-zone climate control, and 6-way manual driver's seat. Stepping up to the GT line pushes pricing to $27,990. The EX is front drive only and starts at $34,500. The sporty K5 GT is slightly less to start at $34,245. When it comes to driving and powertrains, the big changes for the 2025 Camry are under the surface, with all trim levels now featuring Toyota's 5th-generation hybrid system. The hybrid's primary engine is still an Atkinson cycle 2.5-litre 4-cylinder, which now delivers an extra 8 horsepower for a total of 184 and 163 pound-feet of torque. Additionally, a more powerful traction motor, now producing 134 horsepower up from 118. This boosts the total output from 208 to 225 horsepower. The extra power is most noticeable around town, where the stronger electric motor enhances low to mid-throttle responsiveness. Additional sound insulation effectively isolates the new Camry from wind, road, and powertrain noise. Slightly firmer suspension tunes give all versions tighter body control on twisty roads, without compromising their comfortable ride. The 4-cylinder engine can still drone under heavy loads, but the main dynamic issue is the steering, which feels artificial with its numb on-center feel and lack of increased effort when rounding corners. As for the Kia, every K5 except for the GT model, which is different from the GT line, comes with a new 2.5-litre, naturally-aspirated 4-cylinder engine mated to an 8-speed automatic that produces 191 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque. All models are configured with front-wheel drive, but all-wheel drive is available on the GT line. If the Kia's design and features set a high bar, the driving experience brings it back to earth, at least in the GT line model. The ride overall is fairly pleasant, with a softly sprung feel and a bit more road noise and bump intrusion than the Camry. The engine emits a modest hum, and can get the K5 to 60 in about 7.2 seconds. Like the Camry, the Kia's steering is accurate and reliable, though it lacks the feel and playful character of a Mazda 6 or Accord. So which one should you choose? Well, most family sedan buyers don't prioritize sporty handling if they think of it at all. And considering how well priced and equipped the Camry is, in addition to its overall more quiet and refined ride, the Toyota is the one to get.